Ignite, sparked by BBB, where conversations are taking place to change the future.
Welcome back to BBB Sharing. I'm Evie, Director of Ignite, sparked by BBB. We are here in our Ignite podcast studio with our CEO and President, Barry Moore.
Hello, Evie.
Hi, Barry. So today we're going to mix it up a little bit.
Is it because it's
guests.
April Fool's Day, you're going to mix it up?
Yeah, I think it's the perfect day to do something
I think
like
so.
that. Although we're not really fooling people.
No.
It's just the perfect day to kind of trip it up.
We try that fun with each other, though.
Yes.
We are. I
We're
heard a couple of
definitely
you
gonna
are
have some fun.
really getting, look at the shirt I wore. How about that joke? I did a Rotary presentation today, and this shirt, the guys are like, what in the world does this guy
I
do
do
for
like
me?
that shirt,
I
though.
love the shirt. I wish I had other colors.
But we're going to do, I think this will be the first of our mini Spark conversations. And people have heard me talk about our Spark conversations time and time again. But I think this is going to be more so of me having a conversation with people in the office about these particular topics. Because for the most part, I don't really get to put my 2 cents in it. And I feel like, being an opinionated person, I've got something to say about it.
You do.
And
You don't think so?
This particular topic and one that you address is about time wasters.
Yeah.
So in your mind, what would you consider to be time wasters and in what aspect, in business or in?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about business because I think that's most important right now as accredited businesses look up for advice, right? And see things. So what I see is a community that wastes a lot of time. I'm very vocal about this. When I was in the auto business, I spent decades going to meetings. I went to every chamber meeting. I went BNI. I did all the different organizations that are out there. And I can tell you, I believed at that time I was making a difference for my business and my employees. I won't say that it was a total waste because I think I approached it, how can I get something out of it for me if I help the other person, first of all. But most people don't think that way. Most people want to know what's in it for me with the cash in my fist, right? I've never worked that way. I don't think my whole life, but I do tell you that at 63, I'm looking back and I'm saying, where did all that time go? 6 days a week working. I'm not complaining. I did well. I provided for my family, but all those extra meetings that I went to, and my wife used to be sarcastic, and my daughter grew up, and my wife raised her basically, and she's now 30 years old. I don't think I did her fair deal. She was provided for, but I think the relationship part as family was missed because I was out going to these meetings, listening to a bunch of people trying to sell me something and or trying to make money for themselves. And they didn't have money. As we talk about, 7 out of 10 people in America can't write a check for $1,000. So how do those people go out, spend the gas money, spend the fees at lunchtime, breakfasts, sit at the coffee shops? And we're going to talk about we don't want to use the brand name, but the coffee shops locally.
Yeah.
We don't want to say their name. Don't say it. But what our new view is going to be, our new vision for the consumer base. But I think when I look back, I say, wow, all the things I thought I helped people on, today I'm trying to help them at a whole different level. And I don't get phone calls back. It's hurtful. I don't get invites. I don't get invitations to always speak and share what we're doing at the BBB. This has been the most appreciative, how I feel about it. Our 10 employees, what we do is amazing. And I can't explain it. It's not the same as selling and being in retail, but the difference we make one-on-one with companies that take our phone call, take our brand seriously, and turn an intangible into a tangible. All of a sudden, we know they're listening. And it goes back to listening skills. And I think that's going to be the time wasters, and listening are big time because the hours and the hourglass are gone. I can't get those grains back. And talking to somebody like you, I remember I was, your age, where I was in my business world. I wouldn't even understand what an old guy is saying, but I am sharing it because someday you will understand.
I think it's important as far as like with the business aspect, time wasters are important. I think gatekeepers are time wasters. I mean, there's a difference between having a receptionist that organizes like all the meetings that you have that day or keeps track of like project deadlines and stuff like that. But when you make a phone call to a business and like a sign company, right?
Yeah,
And the receptionist answers the phone and she says, well, why do you want to speak with this person? I'm going to be frank. That is none of your business as a receptionist.
right,
Your job is to say, let me put you on hold 1 second to see if they're available. If that person is in fact not available, say, hey, they said they'll call you back in about an hour or two. And then you follow up with your boss and you say, hey, you said you call this person back in an hour or two.
right.
That's your job. Only reason why I know that is because that's what I did. I was my father's receptionist.
Mhm,
My sister was, and so was my mom.
mhm,
And he would be livid if he found out that we never let him know that a business that was looking to cater a meeting had called.
right.
And we
he-
said, I'm sorry, we're booked Sunday mornings. We can't cater for you. Oh my God, he put me 6
Yeah.
feet under.
Yeah. But how many businesses do we hear every day here at the BBB with our staff making calls that we can't get callbacks?
Never.
We work for the company. I think you hear me say all the time, company has 10 employees, they hire us. Well, now I'm an extra employee for you. And it's not me. We have 10 employees. We all work for that business. So we go out of our way and we have people, their time is such a commodity, yet they'll be at the same people, will be at a 7 o'clock meeting, listen to some moron drinking a cocktail, and just telling a bunch of lies to each other with no accountability of their time, and they're not growing
Look,
at all.
here's my thing with those meetings, and there are some people like what I noticed when you would send me to them. I told you I thought they were a waste of
Yeah.
time. I still believe that,
Yeah.
truly. But one of the things that I would notice is it is a lot of salespeople with other salespeople that work on commission, and they're trying to meet other people and make connections. Okay, well, I worked for Cisco, okay, and I'm going to tell you this right now. If I had spent half my day at those meetings, I would not have made clients the way I was learning to.
Right.
You make connections by walking into businesses, introducing yourself, and doing it over and over and over again, like beating a dead horse. That's how you do it.
Period.
Not going and passing out the same business card to the person you forgot you already passed the business card out
Right.
to.
If
the
he
week
takes it
before.
home and puts it in the back of his car, he never cleaned out. He's got McDonald's bags in the back.
My bag is a black hole of business cards.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think you got exciting news for April 1st
I do.
about Ignite. I can't believe this is happening today of all days, but and I like this little conversation, this little spark conversation. And anybody's welcome to come in and talk to either you or I or
Oh
all of
yeah.
us.
If anybody
I mean,
like learns from social media about
Yeah.
any of the topics for the month and they're like, hey, I want to put my 2 cents in it, but I can't make
Yeah.
it that day. Do you mind if I come and do a podcast? Of course, so long as there's like, no cursing and stuff like that. Like
Right.
we all get excited.
Right.
It's
And we
fine.
share it out.
But we share it out and we want people to know what
Knowledge
other
is
people's
power.
opinions are
Yeah.
about these things.
Knowledge is power, and we want to listen. And it's so funny, I get calls. We put everything in writing, and we do a pretty good job, I think, explaining things. There's a little cryptic stuff because we want people to show up, but then people want a better definition. Well, what do we got to do? You just got to show up. It's a conversation. There is no script. There is no talking head. We just want people to come in and do these mini podcasts and come to our Spark conversations. But where can they start getting the information as of today?
Oh, they can go to our brand new Ignite website specifically for Central Virginia.
Big.
Go to Ignite Sparked by BBBCVA.com, Ignite Sparked by BBBCVA.com, and you can view all of our upcoming events and go ahead and sign up for them if you want to, and it sends me directly to my email. And you can also book a podcast studio if you want to for the hour, $40 an hour, or you can view all of our past events and all of our past experts there as well.
Yeah.
And really get a view of like what it means to be involved with our Ignite program.
And if you're a company out there, if you're accredited or not accredited, and you have to look up driver's licenses or trade licenses, give us a call because we have a system that we offer that can streamline it. You can get the manual, the human being away from this. You can check it every month so you make sure you're compliant in all these areas and not vulnerable for a lawsuit later on that could cost you your business.
Super
So
important.
come give us a call and ask me about. I'm the one to talk to, Brandview. Is the
Perfect.
one. All right.
Everyone that is watching on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Our YouTube channel is BBB Send VA. And if you are listening on Spotify, BBB Sharing, please follow us and share it out.
Ignite, sparked by BBB, where conversations are taking place to change the future.